90 degrees plus towards the end of September. And that's what I do. I drink bourbon, I hate people, and I know things. And what do I know we got to do today? This. Stick around and I'll show you exactly what this is about. Lord help me. Okay, so the first thing we have to do, we have a check engine light. So we're gonna go up into our little handy dandy scan tool here. It's gonna read this error and it's going to tell us that we have a DTC code, obviously. Current. P26AB. What this is, it's not in this machine's database, but if you do a quick little Google search, you'll find out that this code means that your three-way heater valve is stuck. Mine is stuck, I guess, in the open position, which is the safer of the two, much like how my thermostat was stuck in the open position. I should have known this was coming. So that piece in the intro was the three-way heater valve. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna back up. We're gonna erase this code. Erase is done. And then we're gonna shut the car off, the engine off. Because now I need to swap out the valve. And to do that, we are gonna have to locate it. And thankfully, it's not that bad. Last week in my Pwnery Tinker's was it Project Attitude stage 6.5, we said it was somewhere over that way. It's actually straight down here. And to get to it, we get underneath the truck. Sorry. Old man sounds. And it's right there in front of the alternator. And you might be thinking, how the hell are you supposed to get to that? Well, thankfully, clamps are right there, 3 of them. And it's held on by 2 like Christmas tree like clips. And to get to that, because I had changed bumpers, sorry, a lot of squeaking. It's right, oh, hang on. Sorry, I had to rearrange myself. It's right there. Clips are right there. So we just push those 2 jokers inward, the valve pops right out. 1 connector, 3 hoses. Shouldn't be too bad. Before we do any of this, you're gonna notice I'm parked in my driveway backwards, like my Mini. And we have to drain the radiator, because if I don't, coolant will run everywhere. Which is actually over here on the driver's side. And there's a 18 millimeter nut here, and there's a little nipple there. And I just use this clear hose and drain it from here into this bottle here. And I got another bottle up on the bumper. We're gonna drain as much of it as we can. Try to get the water level away from that valve. So when we start pulling those hoses off, we don't get water everywhere. And then I don't have to go get some more fluid that I'm not ready to flush yet, because we still have about 40,000 miles before we need to. So anyway, let me get started draining this, and I will meet you back after I get those hoses out and the connector and the valve off. See you in a bit. Maybe there'll be a couple of still shots in the middle, I'm not sure yet. It's actually supposed to be a pretty quick job. We'll find out.
15 minutes later.
There's the old one out. Original Mopar part number. That's the number I looked up. This is the replacement part that they sent. It is correct, as near as I can tell. Dealer wants over close to $300 for this. 60 bucks for this. All right, let's talk about what it took to get this out. Down there. First of all, I took the intercooler pipe off so I could push it forward so I can get a better grip on that top clamp, because it was hard to get to. And then I took a shower, as you can see. It went all up in my arm, down into my jeans and my hands. It got everywhere. It got everywhere. Ow. But there's the void that it came out of. One hose there. Oh, sorry. Get a little closer. That's the front hose. This is the top hose. Sorry, that's the top hose. Back there, I bent it upward. That's the one that goes towards the heater core, which is still dripping a little. What I did is I punched out those little Christmas trees first to push the valve out. I grabbed the back one first. No, I grabbed the top one first, twisted it off. Then I twisted the whole valve clockwise towards me to get the back one off. And then I wrestled the front one off. And then once the whole assembly came down, I disconnected the electrical connector. Installation is reverse of removal. Let me get back in there and do that. And we'll talk about the number of Samuel L's this job was. See you in a bit.
A few moments later.
Okay, proof is in the pudding time. You saw that the valve is in. I was burping the system for the last 15 minutes. Once I start it, coolant will start cycling, start forcing the air bubbles into the degas bottle, and I gotta continue topping it off. Let's see if I have a check engine light. No light. Excellent. Well, we nipped that one in the bud. All right, let's go talking about the difficulty of this job while I top off through the engine noises, because diesel noises are awesome noises. I am still dripping what I spilled all over the frame, so don't mind this. I probably dropped about a quart, but I had extra. One of these days I'm going to flush the system and put in all G40, which is a silicate organic coolant. This takes OAT, that's SiOAT, which will work as long as you flush out the whole system. It has all the benefits of OAT, but it also has anti-corrosive properties of that silicate stuff that they added to it. As you can see, the bottle is still kind of burping every once in a while, so I'll be keeping an eye on that. I'll be looking for fresh drips further back where the valve actually sits. I did push it through the Christmas trees. Let me back up so you can hear me a little bit better. The number of Samuel L's this job is, realistically speaking, this is only a 2 Samuel L job. I think I only said the word twice because of how much I had to wrestle around in there and bark up my arm and rub it up against sharp things, but I didn't actually cut myself anywhere as near as I can tell. In terms of the amount of aggravation of wrestling that valve out and getting the clamps loose, your results will vary. For me, I'd say it was a 500. The actual physical work, 2 Samuel L's at the most. You have to remember, the Mopar OAT coolant, it's good for 150,000 miles, so don't let it drain if you can. Like, save as much of it as you can and put it in empty bottles and then put it right back in the system. That's what I did, for the most part. And then whatever I'm short, I'm gonna top it off with distilled water, and I should be good to go for at least the next 38,000 miles before I hit the 150 mark, and then I'll flush the whole thing out, and I'll go all Valvoline G40, because I put that in that car, I put it in this Chrysler, I put it in that Mini, and I put it in that Thunderbird. And the funny thing is I got Valvoline to add Jaguar S-Types, Lincoln LS's, and that Thunderbird to their compatibility list, because they didn't realize that the AJ35 is an all aluminum engine. So they were like, oh yeah, this stuff will work great. Anyway, that's all for this episode of Pwnery Tinkers, three-way heater valve. You're all gonna go through it at least once. I will leave you a link to the part number that I used, that I got off of Amazon for that valve, so you can save close to $250. And as you can see, no check engine light. Let's go back over there and take a look just to make sure. I don't like surprises. It did come up as a cross-compatible number. I did have it verified that it would work. And look, Ma, no check engine light. So anyway, if you're new to my channel, welcome. If you're a regular here, welcome back. Either way, check out my other playlists, see if my other interests may be of interest to you. I guess there is going to be a Project Attitude stage 6 3/4, because I have to wire up this guy right here, the rear lights and the back bumper. I don't know if I'm going to record that today. I'm kind of tired now. So until next time, we'll see you later.
Well, the boy does have good hands.
Good head. Bad taste in cars. Mother